5 years ago, 3 storm chasers, Tim Smaras, Paul Smaras and Carl Young, 3 of them perished on May 31st, 2013 during one of Oklahoma's most deadly tornado outbreak. Apparently, that day, when the twister cost all 3 of them their lives, the vehicle got picked up by the twister itself from the 215 plus mile per hour winds. It was definitely one of the most saddest days of storm chasing. But is storm chasing really, really worth it? There are loads of storm chasers across America. Storm chasing can occur in many parts of the world, not just in Central America. England has also been known for storm chasers, particularly across southern areas, but even northern areas are prone for storm chasing. And it's not just twisters they document and record, and not just thunderstorms. It's other weather phenomenon, like strong waves, for example in Scotland. And it could be the heavy blizzards, maybe across parts of Canada, maybe flooding across parts of, well, various parts of the world. We suffer from a lot of deluges from the rain. What I'm trying to explain is, storm chasing can happen globally. England, Australia, Asia, China for example, Vietnam, India, and Brazil in South America, Mexico. These are just, you know, it's not just an American thing, it's quite common. It's mostly documented, you know, as far as I know. Every year, usually, particularly at the peak season from April to July, and it's still currently in this peak season right now, storm chasing is still an ongoing process. Some just go storm chasing just for fun and just for the heck of it. But some go storm chasing to actually document main aspects of the tornado, twister, hail, flooding, lightning, thunderstorms, even sand and dust storms. It is, trust me. Now, here are just some quick storm chasing facts that I want to just point out to you. Fact number 1. If you're going to go storm chase a tornado, some of you may know already, but for others who may not, always go on the southeast of the tornado. Why is that? Usually, not always, but usually, if you're storm chasing a twister, the twister usually travels from southwest to northeast, depending on what location you're in. So basically, the best thing to do is to go southeast of the twister itself, and you're most likely, 90-95% of the time, you're pretty much nearly always safe there. Fact number 2. If you want to go storm chasing, you can actually drive hundreds of miles without stopping, or until you have to get gas eventually. Fact number 3, if you want to plan storm chasing, you always have to be up so early in the day. Most twisters usually form in the afternoon hours, so my advice, make sure you get up as early as you can if you want to go storm chasing. Fact number 4, it's not just a twister that's the main additional hazard of storm chasing, it's lightning, especially in supercells or severe thunderstorms. Lightning can travel and even can strike 20, even 30 miles away from the main storm itself or the main rain band. So that's 2 hazards you've got to put yourself at risk. And speaking of lightning, in 1983, lightning struck next to 5 tornado chasers. They all miraculously survived, but that just proves to show, although it's rare to get struck by lightning, it can happen, it will happen if you're not careful enough. So, if you're going storm chasing, always make sure to read the lightning safety signs. As well as storm chasing tornadoes, be prepared for potential destruction, with power lines, cows flying in the air, no offence cows, and all sorts of objects, even flying cars, which can potentially, it's depending how close you are to the twister, it can crash right into you. So always be careful when you're out filming the Twister. You have no idea what life's going to throw back at you. And lastly, if you're always going to go storm chasing, it's not just lightning, it's not just twisters, not just life throwing back at you, it's also hail, especially large ones, especially if you're in a supercell thunderstorm with baseball sized hail, very even rarely grapefruit sized hail. You're in for a bit of a rough time ahead. So basically you have to shield your eyes and brace yourself for the worst impact possible with a broken windshield and glass flying all over across you. You definitely may want to take a trip to the hospital afterwards. So these are just the safety signs. It can be exciting, it can be mesmerising, it can be ecstatic to watch, learn, document, but it can also be life-threatening. So these are the pros and cons of storm chasing. It may be worth it for some, but it can be deadly for others. It has been the case for the 3 past storm chasers, but we keep the spirits alive because it helps us to learn, the scientists to understand better predictions on how tornadoes form. When is the tornado going to strike or anything in the next 5-10 years? What common occurrences can supercell thunderstorm originate in various parts of Central America? And why are tornadoes so powerful? There's some answers onto this, but not all. But what I'm also to say is, if those of you who love storm chasing, you know, one day in my life, I would love to do that. I think you may probably recognise, but it's true. Scott McPartland from New York, he's an incredible storm chaser. He's so cautious as well. He's brave, a bit mad, but hey, all storm chasers are probably mad. But you know what? Sometimes it gets you out of your house, whatever, gets you onto the road to probably witness one of the most extraordinary things in your life. And one day in my life, it could happen to me. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope that's helped you a bit. Hope the facts have helped you and just know what the dangers are storm chasing and what the main positive aspects of it is. So that's about it. That's it. Take care, guys. New videos coming soon. And Storm is now out. And no, guys, I don't mean there's a tornado coming right behind me. But I'm just saying, be prepared for the next storm, whatever you are, and stay safe.